Foodies, today's soup is authentic chicken tortilla. You may have seen my vegetarian smooth tortilla, but this is the real deal, just the traditional chicken tortilla. So I'm starting out by boiling that chicken breast with some onion and garlic. Meanwhile, I'm going to roast some tomatoes, garlic, and onion. I'm using a silicone baking sheet. I'm going to see how that goes. I don't have Roma tomatoes. I'm using Campari, but if you have Roma, you're going to use about 4 or 5, cut them in half, or you can just roast them on the comal. And I have one large ancho chili that I've de-seeded, cleaned, and took the stem off. And so I'm going to be boiling that later too. So I roast it, or set the oven to like 400. Going to roast those up. And meanwhile, start my water for my chili pepper to come to a boil and soften. I've cooled off the chicken, shredded it, and now just waiting on the pepper. There it is. And I'm going to get out my blender because now I'm going to put my pepper and the veggies that I've just roasted, and you know, you can roast your veggies however you want, in the blender. And see, I already took them out of the oven. Again, I'm way ahead of myself these days. I'm doing these really fast. So I'm going to add just a little bit of water in there. You can save some of the water from the chicken that you boiled. You could also use that as your chicken stock, but you do want to have some chicken stock as well. So over there I'm going to be making a 3-bean salad. We actually don't eat soup every single day, but I do love soup in the winter, and this is a soup series. So now I've added the water. I'm going to add a little bit of spice, some cumin, and some chicken bouillon. And I'm going to let the soup come to a boil before I add any more additional salt. And I'm just going to put this on the blender until it's blended till smooth. Meanwhile, I have my chicken broth going on the stove, and I'm going to add my chicken to it. At this point, you might also want to start doing your tortilla chips. I'm not doing tortilla chips though. So now I'm just pouring the tomato and chili mix into the broth. I'm doing something else. But if you want to see how to do the tortilla strips, it's really easy. You can see it on my smooth tortilla. And meanwhile, here we go. I garnished it with cilantro, queso fresco, my own homemade guacamole, and I made it with jalapeno and cheddar grits. Why? Because it's delicious this way. So a little squeeze of lime juice, and this is what I do. I put the guacamole in there. You can also use a little table crema, or Mexican crema, or sour cream, or Greek yogurt, more cheese if you'd like. And I just dip my cheddar jalapeno grits in there, and man, so good.